Hello!
Hello!
Hello, everybody! Wow! Oh, it is a show today that we are doing on the internet. Oh, yes, this is quite fanciful. Yes, I do enjoy the show on the internet. Look at this. Wow.
I don't know what this is that you're doing.
Oh, boy. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the
Hi.
Monty Haul. Doing another NPC Lab today. Today we are taking a look at Poison Ivy. I think this is the first villain we've done on NPC Lab. That's pretty cool. Or maybe not NPC Lab as a whole. I think this season. That's what I meant.
Last season was a blur.
Last season was a blur. We did like a couple of creepy characters. I don't know if we ever did any like actual flat out like villains though.
I would definitely count like the Monster Mash.
Oh,
as,
that's right.
the
We did the
villain.
Monster Mash.
That was horrifying.
I would also count the tall, what is it, the tall gnome.
Oh, that
remember
was
that.
wasn't that Portis? Was that the name that we gave him, or I don't know? I hated him.
I don't remember what we gave him, what name it was, but yeah, Jesus Christ, that was a
That was
monstrosity.
horrifying. But yes, a real villain. We are doing good old Poison Ivy.
Good old Poison Ivy.
We love to see her.
Love to see it. Good stuff.
But before we do that, do you want to announce what's going on Wednesday?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Or unless you don't want to.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, we can. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing. We talked about it during the stream, and we talked about it last week. But we're gonna be doing Divinity, our Divinity playthrough on like Wednesdays mostly. It'll probably be a little bit more sporadic. We're gonna start having like a weekly schedule for everybody to know what's up on the channel pretty soon. But yeah, this Wednesday will be probably on Wednesday, Divinity. Stay close to the Twitter because we'll tweet about it. But yeah, probably Wednesday. If not Wednesday, then Thursday. We'll be playing some more Divinity, and we won't have as many technical issues this time.
We better not.
We'll be able to start playing the actual game within the first hour. Which should be fun.
Woo! But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Poison Ivy. The beautiful, she's a lady. Nick, you said you don't know anything about Poison Ivy, do you?
I know practically zilch about Poison Ivy, except that she's really cool and I like her.
She is very cool, and you should like her. So, I will admit, like, my DC knowledge is very minimal, but I do really love Poison Ivy. Essentially, she's a botanist, so she's really, really smart. She's a scientist, and she wants to, like, save the world, like, from, like, mankind. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. She's
on the
like
plant side.
Yeah, we're the disease.
Yeah,
kinda.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So, she's very much a, like, ends justify the means kind of woman.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Plant control, and a big major part of her character, especially early on, was, like, seduction. So those are the two big points for Poison Ivy. So if we're thinking in terms of D&D, that's very much, like, druid with, like, a little bit of a bard spell in there.
Okay.
That's essentially what she, yeah. So, if we look at... Oh my god, where is it? Oh yeah, her romantic relationships are, like, she's like, ooh, Batman, but she's, like, with Harley Quinn. That's, like...
Okay.
Her thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me find a list of her abilities, because I thought I had that pulled up. But it's essentially mainly plant control and poison.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah. She has toxin in her bloodstream that makes her touch deadly and allow her to be immune to all poisons, viruses, and bacteria and fungi.
Wow.
She also has the power of charm, which puts people under her influence.
Okay.
And then she can control plants. So those are, like, the three main points of Poison Ivy.
That's awesome. That's a lot to jump off of.
We all know what she looks like. You know, I love the Poison Ivy where her skin's kind of tinted green. Mm-hmm. Love that. I love that.
That's what we'll have.
I love that.
I feel like her, like, I don't know if there's a way to say this, like, her canonic design, like, already fits really well. I think we should do our own, like, you know, little, I guess, like, add some, like, medieval flair into it. But I do feel like, you know, like, hot lady covered in plants is, like, already very, like, kind of fantasy genre design.
It's all very good.
It's all very good, is what we're getting at.
We do love to do that.
There's not a lot of legwork for us when it comes to this character, for sure.
Yeah, but I really wanted to do her because I would like to see this in D&D, please. Or I might just copy and paste this fucking character and play it in a one-shot or something. Anyways, shall we, Nicholas, shall we get...
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I hated that. And,
I thought it was good.
I realized she has to look good next to Batman, because we've already done high fantasy mythical Batman.
That's okay, so we'll keep it within the wheelhouse. Yeah. That's pretty sweet,
This
yeah.
is it.
You got a little bit of a
We're
reference
geniuses.
point.
But yeah, so shall we?
Let's
Okay.
shall.
Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the basic look of a lady.
Basic look of a lady.
Oh, make her look so
Sweet
pretty.
little old lady.
So she's, oh my god, so pretty. She's like, my name's Poison Ivy. Anyway, so obviously if we're thinking class, iPad, can you relax, please? If we're thinking class, I was thinking druid.
Yeah, me too. I was trying to think of like any other contenders. I don't know. Because this is an NPC, we can really do whatever we want.
Right.
I think druid works very well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I can't
was
really.
thinking, like,
like,
if
maybe
we're
like
gonna
a-
make her like a level 20 villain, which would be badass. But like taking some College of Glamour.
Okay. Yeah, we can. I was already. Yeah, I was trying to work in some like stuff because I mean this is the first time we've done like a villain, so I feel like we can really have at it with like a real monster stat block for
Right.
this NPC. You know,
Right.
like I feel like if you're gonna be interacting with any Batman villain in a Dungeons and Dragons like one-shot campaign setting, whatever. It's gonna be an encounter, you know.
Right.
I mean, unless maybe it's not, you know. You can obviously meet this character before, but I feel like, you know,
'Cause
there's.
it's another thing. This is another thing we have to realize that you just brought me to this conclusion.
Yeah.
Remember, Batman has an alias. So does Poison Ivy.
No. Yeah.
Like I said, she's a botanist.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I am on the world's sketchiest website, and I've never clicked out of it so fast before in my life.
Oh God.
Okay. Dr. Pamela Lillian Isley. So, some kind of, like, apothecary?
Yeah. Like an apothecary.
Like an apothecary. Wow, we're geniuses.
Yeah. It really took a lot of brain power for that one.
Great. Anyways, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think druid easily, and I think you could also easily like play a player character and base it off Poison Ivy and do it really well. Because I think we're not in the same campaign, but we're both playing druids in campaigns
Yes.
right now. I don't know if I've said this on the show yet. Probably have, but druids are my favorite class in D&D 5e, like hands down. They're just so much fun. There's so much going on that you can do with the druid. There's such a wide toolkit that like almost each subclass is like a different class for a druid, you know, because you can really dive into like I don't even know what they're, Circle of the Moon, and you can just really dive into wild shaping as like a mechanic, as like your gimmick. You can do Circle of the Land, and just be a spellcaster, and just have like just be a plant-based like spellcaster, and that's just as viable. There were things in Xanathar's where like my personal favorite subclass, Pact of the Shepherd. You can just be a real animal person. You know, there's just so much variety within the druid class that I feel like you really don't see a lot in other classes in D&D 5e, you know? And even if you are like even if you're not going like Circle of the Moon or whatever, like wild shaping is still super viable in like a lot of different just instances inside of combat and outside of combat. I'm gushing about druids. We should get back to poison ivy.
Keep. I love. Because the thing is, I was always like, I want to play a druid. Like, I don't want to do that. And then I'm multi-classing a druid and a cleric. And I'm like, this shit rocks.
Oh, it rocks. It's so cool.
It's really very fun.
Yeah.
Wow, did you see that?
No, what?
There it goes.
Later. Bye. Everyone wave.
Whatever thought I was gonna have. Wow, that was really sad.
Bye.
I could literally like feel it leave my body. Well, that was
Dude,
fun.
I hate when that happens.
Okay. I'm trying to think of. Oh! I remember. Should she be like a special like race? Like, I'm like wondering like, is there already a race in D&D that's like immune to poison?
I believe dwarves have resistance to poison.
Now, I'm not gonna make her a dwarf.
I'm trying to think. Let me think. I don't know if there's like a Sylvan or like a, you know what I'm talking about? Like a living wood kind of race outside of homebrew.
That'd be so cool. Is there like an Earth Genasi? Would that be like?
Yeah, let me look at the Earth Genasi. Let me pull it up here on D&D Beyond. Dude, my computer knows. Whenever I type in D&D Beyond, it like .com/races. Yes, always. It's the only thing I use D&D Beyond for. Oh, you know what? Not really, but there's a lot of cool races coming out for the Mythic Odysseys of Theros. Have you seen any of these?
No, but I remember you talking about the bard last. Oh! Don't move! Don't move!
Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. Hey guys. How's it going? Hope you're having a good Monday.
Oh my god!
Afternoon,
oh my god!
Evening.
Oh my god! You guys! Oh my god! You guys! Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Whoa! Nice.
And it's the pre-ordered version with all the typos.
Ah, that's what we like to see.
Hell yeah. Okay, but when you were I'm exhausted, I ran. When you were talking about races, it made me think that, like, they have, like, you talk about, like, how races are different in Wildmount. And it just made me think of that. And I wanted to show off my book. Anyway, what were we talking about next?
Oh my god. Everybody put a pog in the chat for
Can I have a pog,
Cassie.
please? Please, can I have a pog?
Please, can I have a pog, please? Please?
Please.
Oh, please, guys. I'll put one in the chat. I'll start it off, please.
I'll
Please,
start it off,
please. No, yeah, because, like, this is not how it is in Dungeons and Dragons, but whenever I think of elves, I always think of the, what's that game called?
Skyrim?
No. The
Witcher?
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age?
I think of Dragon Age, and I think of actually Divinity, where like the lore for elves is like they're kind of like living wood, sort of thing, where they're like their actual ancestors and things are literally trees, in those sorts of like in that sort of thing. It's definitely not. It's not. I don't believe that's how it is in Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think they are living wood. I think they're just another like race. But
Like a dryad race?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for. There's not a dryad race in Dungeons and Dragons, and there's literally one hair that keeps fucking with my fucking. I see every like I see it briefly. Fuck me. There's God damn it. God damn it.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
I'm gonna get this fucking hair if it's the last goddamn thing I just forgot. Oh! I almost had it. There you are, you son of a bitch. Ah! No! It's a different hair. Okay. We're just... Alright, I think that did the trick. But there's no dryad race in Dungeons and Dragons. I don't believe. I think maybe like
I think about because when I think about Poison Ivy as like a fantasy character, I think about if you like The Witcher. Do you remember in The Witcher? Have you ever played The Witcher?
No, but I've seen it. But keep going.
The dryads in The Witcher are like they've got like green skin, and they're like with the, you know, like they're like the tree people, you know? They're like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's like usually what I think of when I think of dryads, is like you're just a tree person.
You're just a tree person.
You're just okay, hold up. You're not just a tree person, all right? Then let me backtrack here. But you know, they're tree people, like their body is actual plant material and bark and vines and what have you.
Yes.
Okay, here's Genasi. Let's see rock. I think usually Earth Genasi is more like rocks and minerals sort of thing.
Oh.
Let me see here. Genasi traits. Con 2. Medium size, base walk is 30 feet. There's an air, earth, fire, water. The Earth Genasi gets a strength score +1. Difficult terrain made of earth or stone with doesn't expend additional movement speed. It's not there's no difficult terrain if it involves earth and stone. And they get a merge with stone ability. Innately, they can cast Pass Without Trace once, requiring no spell components, and you regain this ability once you finish a long rest. Con is your spellcasting ability for this spell. Doesn't really matter. It's actually really good. Pass Without Trace is a bomb-ass spell, and you really only need to cast it like once a session. So, the fact that that's an innate spell is pretty litty. Our Ents. Oh my god. Friend Enjoyer says dryads are Ents, but hot. Kinda true.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Kind of true. Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Kind of like Ents, but with like, you know, wooden woman figure. You know what I mean? You know?
Wooden woman figure?
Yeah. That was almost alliteration. What's the W word for figure?
That's one big egg? Is that some cheer for us?
Dude, that's one big egg.
Sweet.
Thank you for the 5
you.
hearts. That's too
Guys,
sweet.
we are affiliate now. You can subscribe now.
Oh, snap. Wait. I don't think we've set up a sub button. I think we have to do that
It
still.
says subscribe right there.
Whoa! We did it. Wow.
Yay!
Wowie. Yeah. Oh, but I don't have a sub alert set up.
That's okay.
It's gonna look real bad. Don't expose my lack of work, guys. Save the subs till after the stream, please.
Okay.
But thank you. That's one big egg, dude. That's Brandon's girlfriend.
Oh.
That's one
Was
big
that
egg.
the person I was talking to?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Thank you. Very kind. Yeah. There's not really like a tree person race in D&D, which is a bummer.
One?
It's lacking. She can be a dryad. There's a dryad stat block somewhere. Fuck. I'm gonna look through all my books now.
Yeah, go quickly. I'm thinking like wild. Should I do like a? I'll do like a 3/4. I'm gonna give her more than just a. I'm gonna give her more bod. You're welcome.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Listen, we always love more bod.
You're welcome.
What is?
Because Batman had more bod, didn't he? Oop.
Batman did have lots of bod. This is.
If
true.
we look back at Batman real quick, how much bod did Batman have? Okay. Can you not freak out?
This music is like bopping and it's blaring in my ears. How does
Okay,
it sound out there
Batman
for you
had a
guys?
lot of bod.
Does the music sound good? Okay, Dryad. Oh, I pitched past Drugar. So there's not a Dryad in Volo's guide. There's not a Dryad in the Monster Manual. No, there is. It's in the Monster Manual. Whoa! They are a CR1 creature. They are looking like a Ent but hot.
That's what we are here for.
So, let me see. They do not have any kind of immunities or anything like that to poison.
Well, we'll give her some.
We can give her some. Do you want her to be like actual tree person, or are we just like ripping some of the Dryad stuff?
Having her be like an actual Dryad just with like an immunity. Oh wait, but hold on. Her alias, her apothecary alias.
What?
I'm struggling. You know what I mean? Because if there's one Dryad apothecary in town and then you run into a Dryad who's a villain, you're gonna be like, you're the fucking hold on. It's gonna be an easy connection. I guess. Okay, what are the abilities that the Dryad has?
So there's things about how Dryads are tree-bound, reclusive. They have woodland magic. We don't have to do any of that. That's just like Flavor Flav that you can implement if you want. They have an innate spell casting, which they can cast Druidcraft, Entangle, Goodberry, Barkskin, Pest Without Trace, and Shillelagh a couple times a day. They have magic resistance. They can speak with beasts and plants. They have something called Tree Stride. Once on all Dryad. No, yeah. Oh, it says they're neutral too. So.
Oh, love that.
As a alignment, but.
I think Ivy's more like lawful evil.
That makes sense. No, it'd be chaotic
Nick,
evil because she goes off her own.
Nick, look at me. Alignment doesn't care. Alignment doesn't matter. We don't give a fuck about alignment.
It's true. Why are we even talking about this?
That was scary, Nick. I didn't even know who you were for a quick moment.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that was wild. I don't want to be that ever again.
Ever again.
Don't ask me, please. So I get this thing called Tree Stride. It says once on her turn, the Dryad, can use 10 feet of her movement to step magically into one living tree within her reach and emerge from a second living tree within 60 feet of the first tree, appearing in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the second tree. Both trees must be large or bigger. They have a club attack, which is honestly wanting. But they do have an action called Fey Charm, which might be kind of fun.
Well, that's exactly what
Yeah. So it says the Dryad targets one humanoid or beast that she can see within 30 feet of her. If the target can see the Dryad, it must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or be magically charmed. The charmed creature regards the Dryad as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. Although the target isn't under the Dryad's control, it takes the Dryad's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can. Each time the Dryad or its allies do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on success. Otherwise, the effect lasts 24 hours or until the Dryad dies, is on a different plane of existence from the target, or ends the effect as a bonus action. If a target's saving throw is successful, the target is immune to the Dryad's Fey charms for the next 24 hours. The Dryad can have no more than 1 humanoid and up to 3 beasts charmed at a time.
Wow. Well, that's epic.
That's pretty epic.
That is very epic. Okay, I like the charm ability.
Fey charm, I do too.
Yeah.
I think that's like a zinger. It's like an instant.
It'd be even cooler if she was a fucking, like, a Fae, but you know what? Oh, what if she was Fae, bro? What if she was an elf?
Dryads are Fae.
Right. So I guess we could just make her a Dryad, but, like, she's able to disguise herself to look like an elf? Can we do that?
I mean, fuck, we can do whatever we want, dude. We're the DMs.
Oh yeah, this is our story. Cause I'm thinking more for like, her, like, keeping her alias in check as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if she's in that fantasy Gotham with fantasy Batman.
It's true.
You know, she wants to hide from fantasy Batman.
Yeah. Let me think then. That might be where the bread and butter is then, because I feel like this, like, NPC build is pretty straightforward. We're gonna be, you know, basically just a druid. She's gonna have all the charm spells that druids can have. You know, like charm beast, charm person. They have her Fey charm action.
Right.
Well, I guess, I mean, she doesn't really need those charm spells because she just has an innate charm ability, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of the innate spells here were sort of stuff I was going to be looking at as well, like Entangle, Bark Skin, Pass Without Trace. These, like, well, maybe not Pass Without Trace, but maybe. I'm thinking more like, less like one, I don't know. Because in my head, it's less like one with nature and more like one who controls nature.
Okay.
Sort of thing. I don't know. But if she's a dryad, I fucking... Dryad. How do you pronounce that?
Dryad. I'm pretty sure it's Dryad.
Dryad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Corvus X Crow says, Cass just wants to draw elf ears and poison ivy.
Stop it! Don't call me out! Stop it! Oh my, that was mean! I can't believe you just did that to me.
Hit the nail on the head. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. That was really funny.
Damn.
Damn. That's content, right? Was that content?
Yeah, that's content.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that. That's content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know that arms are actually outlawed and I'm never gonna draw them again? This is hard. I'm having trouble with this very pretty, sexy lady.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't help you.
Come on, Nick. Why don't you draw?
Dude, what? One of these episodes, let's do like me drawing some shitty MS Paint stuff.
That'd be funny. I would watch that.
God, would you? Would you really?
I would watch that. Yeah, I would watch
for like
that.
10 minutes.
It'd be fun.
I don't know, man. It'd be fun for me.
Jesus.
She got big bagongas. What is this like? What the hell are we listening to? This is like some George Lopez shit. This is awesome. The song is called "If I Were a Jedi." That would be awesome.
If I were a rich man.
That'd be hella awesome. It's like trap stuff. I'm gonna skip it though. Oh no, it's like Star Wars stuff. I think we're gonna copyright. I'm gonna.
She's being hard and difficult.
Jesus Christ. No, yeah, but I think as far as like race and like that goes, we can totally just have it kind of work where she could just like cast disguise self on herself when she's doing crimes, you know, to look like a dryad. I think that'd be very easy to do.
Yeah.
Easy, simple dryad stuff.
You know.
Poison ivy stuff.
Play epic dryad stuff.
Play epic dryad stuff. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's very just straightforward, like seductive druid. Like, I feel like this would be a fun player character sort of like build to go off of, you know.
Like to play this woman.
Like, there are a lot of charm spells that druids have in their arsenal. Oh, let me get my players.
Nick pulling out the PHB.
We need to have like a little segment, like
Where
Nick pulls out the PHB.
There he comes.
Here it is, choo choo, PHB time. Haha.
That was scary.
Was it?
That made me scared.
Sorry. All right, druids. Here we flippin' are. I'm gonna go through a lot of the charm spells here. First level, I mean, charm person, animal friendship.
I'm restarting.
I mean, how many charm spells are there?
You know. You guys are really getting a look into the artistic process of not even focusing on character design, but just trying to get a fucking figure. I might actually just say fuck it and not give her the space that I gave Batman.
Oh my god.
Which I do feel bad, but
it's fine. It's fine.
I'm having a day.
Everything's fine. I'm looking at the bard spell list to see how many charm spells they get. There's not really a lot of those sorts of spells because charm person pretty much covers it, you know. You cast it at a higher level, you affect more creatures. Like, what more could you want? You know, Wizards of the Coast says that's it. We did it. What more do you want? Cast charm spell at 9th level, charm 10 people. What more do you want from me? What more do you want?
Whoa. What was that? Are you okay?
I don't know. It's just
You're right, Nick.
Just trying something out.
Yeah? And how'd it work out?
I don't use more work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
So, Wood Elf. Druid.
Yeah.
Wombo combo. Whammy Zammy. Wham bam thank you ma'am. That's the combo we want to see. That's what I'm playing in my well, I say it's my campaign, it's not. In my home campaign.
In my campaign.
Is a Wood Elf Druid. Circle of the Shepherd. I torment our sweet baby boy Justin into doing so many voices for so many different animals. It's awesome. It's great. I might have talked about it before. I don't know.
I've heard very funny stories about your druid. Like the time you 1v like 5 a bunch of wolves. That happened, right? I'm not crazy.
I mean, it wasn't as impressive as it sounds. I just like 1v'd a couple of zombies because
right, it was zombies.
Well, because it was nighttime and I'm the only elf in the party, so I took my 4 hours and I'm chilling, right? And I was like, I'm just gonna take a walk around town at night. Why not? I'm, fucking D&D PC. I'm not gonna fucking die. So I was walking around, and like some zombies popped out, like outside of our inn. And part of me was like, dude, I gotta alert the party. But another part was me like, I could also just summon 8 wolves. And so I was like, I'm gonna let the party get their long rest in, and I summoned 8 wolves. I also have a serpent staff, so I within 2 turns had 8 wolves on the field, and a CR2 giant snake out, and I was like, yeah, it's literally 10 against 3 now. Like, that's how fucking awesome druids are. Like, are you kidding me? With that shit, it's so broken. Why did they do that? Why is Conjure Animals so good, Wizards of the Coast? Why did you never go back and be like, hey, you think 8 wolves is too much? Like, are you joking?
And Chris is like, no. It's
See,
good, it's fine.
if this were my game,
oh god, here we go.
I would go back. Conjure Animals, I would just cut the whole thing in half. Like, it is 8 wolves for a 3rd level spell slot is ridiculous. At 5th level, you're fighting like pawns, and you're out here summoning 8 wolves who all get advantage on their attack rolls because pack tactics. That's like, it's like 10d4 plus whatever. Like, are you joking me? It's like, it's Banana Town. So Conjure Animals is like, you summon face spirits that take the form of beasts and appear in unoccupied spaces that you can see within range. Choose one of the following options for what appears. 1 beast of CR2, 2 beasts of CR1, 4 beasts of 1/2, 8 beasts of CR 1/4. I would just actually cut this entire thing in half. I would summon 4 beasts of 1/4, 2 beasts of 1/2, 1 beast of CR1, and like I would take out the CR2 summon.
Well, there you go. It's Nick's game now.
Just because you summon... Okay, here's how it works. Let's say you summon... Let's say your party is like evenly matched, right? You have a party of... In my party, or our party, is a party of 6, right? So let's say we have a party of 6 versus like 6 mobs, and it's like a... Not a difficult fight, but like... the odds could go either way, depending on the rolls, right? That's, that's just good encounter design. Then you have one schmuck, and it's me. And he goes, this looks a little too difficult. I'm going to summon 8 wolves. All right? Let's say the wolves can't attack. All right? And let's say that there's no offensive prowess at all. Just throwing in 8 more targets for your side, each having like 10 hit points, meaning they could go down in 1 hit when you're a 5th level fighting in an encounter, but chances are they're probably gonna most of them are probably gonna be able to get like 2 hits on them before they drop. That is like minimum 8 attacks that this one 3rd level spell slot is eating up for your party. 8 attacks. And that's not counting if they don't drop.
Okay.
So that is like a massive wall, right? That is 80 hit points between 10 different characters. That's like having an additional barbarian on the field, except you just like split it into 8s and just let them run wild. Now imagine they can attack. All with advantage. Like, are you joking? That is so banana bonkers. That Wizards of the Coast was like, yeah, that's good for a 5th. Like I would. If Conjure Animals was a 4th level spell slot, I think it might make a little more sense.
But it's not.
But it's not. And then you take into account, you can summon 1 beast of CR2. A CR2 creature has like 60 hit points. That's more than your wizard in the party. You know what I mean? Like, that's more hit points than one of the PCs in the group.
Right.
Like, you just summoned another tank. Like, you just summoned a meat bag. You know? Not
Hey,
only
Nick,
that...
I'm trying to win the game. Okay, Nick? I'm trying to win D&D. Alright?
But a giant snake, a giant... whatever the fuck it's called. A giant poisonous snake or whatever, CR2, can restrain an opponent. So you get that restrain, your target cannot move. And not only that, but their attacks are at disadvantage. And melee attacks and any attack rolls against them are at advantage.
Okay. I mean, it sounds baller to me.
It's too baller. It's too much.
It's too baller.
It's too good. Like, I feel like if you're playing a druid, like any class, any spell in this game, I think Conjure Animals is the most powerful spell in the game. Broken. And at higher levels, when you cast a spell using certain higher level spell slots, you choose one of the summoning options above. And more creatures appear. Twice as many with a 5th level slot. You're a 9th level druid. You summon fucking 16 wolves. You goddamn shameful piece of shit. You summon 16 wolves. One action. Literally one action. And then you go hide behind a rock. And you let your 16 wolves just be 16 wolves. I feel like I love these like summoning spells and stuff. I'd love to see more love for summoning spells at different levels, especially with the wizard class, because there is like a subclass for wizards that are based off of like those, I forget what school, the conjuration magics, right? I'd love to see more love for summoning, but like, holy fuck. 7th level slot. You're an 11th level, or maybe you're a 12th level druid. 4 times as many.
My God.
No, I'm sorry, 3 times as many. And then 4 times as many with a 9th level spell. 7th level slot. Could you imagine? You're playing a one-shot. It's like a big deal, you know? You let your players let loose a little bit. You're playing some high-level characters. You get to the big fight, the big scene in the one-shot. Your fucking druid goes, yeah, I summon 24 wolves in one action.
Right.
Like, the action economy for that is bananas. Like, genuine, just banana, bat crazy nonsense. 24 attacks, all at advantage. 24 different targets. Wow.
Hey, man.
I'm like running out of breath, man.
Like, I think Chris was just like,
Chris was like, I like animals.
I like animals. I want animals in my game.
Not only that, but like, God, there's so many other conjure spells that are just broken. It's wild, man.
What can you do? Okay. Does she wear armor? To get back to the matter at hand.
I'm sorry. I
Don't
opened
be
up
sorry.
the
No,
player's
that
handbook to
sounded
conjure
like
animals, and I just...
that sounded like it was needed to come out, you know?
Dude, but that guy is me. I'm summoning
Right.
24 wolves in your one shot.
Mhm. That is you. That is you, Nick. That is what you're doing.
It is. It's what I'm doing to Justin. Next time you say you see Justin, be like, hey, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Like, it's
I
unacceptable.
just heard about what you're going through, and I would just like to apologize for like any.
Dude. Not only that, I'm sorry, this is the last thing I'll say. But the Circle of the Shepherd subclass enhances the monsters and beasts that you summon. So, like, not only are you summoning 8 wolves, but they also have, like, 4 extra hit points, and their claws are magical for the sake of overcoming resistances. And at the end of every round, they, like, heal 5 hit points. I almost, like, threw up. Oh, my God. Yeah, Corvus Crow says, I think it should be 30 wolves, and they should each have to give uniquely different monologues before anything else.
That would that would definitely, I think that would either kill the DM, make the DM kill the PC, or, deter, conjure throwing wolves.
Banana Town. What armor does she wear? I don't
Like-
flippin'
like-
know.
Like leather. Leather's fine.
I like leather. Leather's pretty good. So... Oh, I shouldn't have closed the Dryad page. But
Come
really
on,
what we're
Nick.
taking... Well, the only thing we're really taking out of the Dryad book is her Fey Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Her Fey Charm.
Yeah.
She has all the Elven, I think, resistances to magic. She cannot be magically put to sleep. She gets advantage on being magically charmed. That sort of thing. Dropcase OC says she's hot. We did it, Cassie.
She is hot. I'm trying so hard to make her hot for you guys, and for me, but mostly for you guys. Dropcase, this is for you.
Yeah, finally, a victory for the boys. But god fucking damn it. So there's a lot of, like, I think really the spells we want to look at for this build. We're really looking at plant-based stuff. There is to me, what this boss fight would feel like would be a bunch of ads kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, she has a bunch of like tree people and like other humans that are kind of like under her spell that fight for her while she summons a bunch of plants and shit kind of off, in the back.
Make it less modern.
She has things, I would say, maybe like bark skin.
Yeah, I was thinking about Barkskin because, like, yeah, what I got going on her little shoulder pauldrons.
Like Entangle is great. Spike growth.
Yeah.
Speak with plants. Plant
Um,
growth. All those like plant-based spells. Conjure woodland beings. It would be a great one. You can summon several different like fey creatures. So you can summon like a bunch of lesser fey creatures. I forget what are they called? I think they're called like twig blights. What are they
Heard of
called?
those? I have no idea.
Oh right. Yeah.
Thank you, Dropcase. I very much appreciate it.
Grasping Vine. I would give her some 4th level spell slots to make her seem pretty scary.
Fear.
Fear. She could have fear.
I want her to have.
I think her boss fight should just feel like a clusterfuck of like.
Yeah,
just
like holy shit.
plant
oh my God.
palooza. Like there's just too many things going on. Definitely an immunity to poison. I would even say like physical contact deals like a 1d8 of like poison damage.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. There's a bunch of really cool plant-based spells for druids in Xanathar's Guide. If she's doing anything like close range, Primal Savagery is great. There's an awesome 4th level spell in Xanathar's Guide called Guardian of Nature, which lets you like take on the form like wood grows off of you, and you get like temp HP. You get advantage on Wisdom and Dexterity attack rolls.
That feels very Poison Ivy.
Yeah, and also within 15 feet of you and moves with you, the ground around you is rough terrain for like really any creature you choose, any enemies is I think the wording there. Just Banana Town, man. I think that'd be great. You get advantage on Constitution saving throws as well. You know, it's great but it also is a concentration spell itself. So I don't really, I guess it would be against being poisoned, but would be immune to that status effect, obviously.
Can we give her a magic item?
There is a bananas magic item for druids that makes me fucking drool.
What is it?
This, I forget what it's called. It's like Staff of the Woodland, or the Woodland Staff.
Ooh.
It's in the DM's guide. I'm gonna pull it out because it is just that goddamn good.
All right, guys. Next, Nick. Oh my gosh. Do you see what my dad commented?
What?
Maybe her bark has a bite. That was funny.
Pancake King, you truly are the king. That was awesome. That was totally epic.
That was totally epic.
That was totally lay epic. No, that was genuinely hilarious, and I wish I had thought of it. Let me pull up here Woodland Staff, my sweet baby, my sweet prince, my lord, my savior, my god, my liege. Staff of the Woodlands. Alright, I'm going to read this off. Anyone can just Google this Staff of the Woodlands here and follow along. It requires attunement by a druid. It is a rare magic item. The staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. While holding it, you have a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. So right off the bat, like Banana Town. +2 to bonus to spell attack rolls. It is a magical +2 quarterstaff. And there's more. The staff has 10 charges for the following properties. It regains 1d6 + 4 expended charges daily at dawn. Like any magic item that has charges, if you use the last one, you roll a d20. On a 1, it loses its properties and becomes a non-magical quarterstaff. So there's a bunch of spells you can cast with it. You can use an action to expend one or more of the staff's charges to cast one of the following spells. Using your own spell save DC. You can cast Animal Friendship for 1 charge. You can cast... Now this is bonkers. Which would also be a lot of fun, I think, for like a dungeon run by Poison Ivy or literally any mage or whatever with this item.
I love the spell,
that. Awaken with 5 charges. If anyone at home is unfamiliar with Awaken, it is an 8-hour casting time where you basically benign, I'm not sure if I'm using that word right, sentience to either a beast or a plant. You can give sentience to a tree, for 5 charges of the staff. That is.
I do love that.
That is 1 tree every day, as you replenish at least 5 charges at dawn.
At least.
At least 5 charges at dawn. Because it is a 1d6 plus 4 recharge rate. So you could just hang out for a month somewhere and create a legion of just giant trees that are going to go fuck shit up with the staff. You can cast Bark Skin with 2 charges, locate animals or plants with 2 charges, speak with animals 1 charge, speak with plants 3 charge, or Wall of Thorns for 6 charges. You can use an action to cast the Pass Without Trace spell from the staff without using any charges.
This is the most bad. I want this staff.
It's
bro.
So broken. Like I don't know what they were thinking with druids, but they were like, shit, feel yourself out, druids.
They said no one's gonna want to play a druid, so we have to make them like super fucking badass.
Dude, druids are so fun. I flipping love druids.
I freaking love druids.
There's also another ability that the staff gives called Tree Form. You can use an action to plant one end of the staff in fertile earth and expend 1 charge to transform the staff into a healthy tree. The tree is 60 feet tall, has a 5-foot diameter trunk. Its branches at the top spread out in a 20-foot radius around this thing. The tree appears ordinary but radiates a faint aura of transmutation magic if targeted by Detect Magic. While touching the tree and using another action to speak its command word, you return the staff to its normal form. Any creature in the tree falls when it reverts to a staff. How fucking cool.
That's fucking awesome, bro.
You get to the boss fight, you get to the big room, and it's just this overgrown, run-down, just rubble of a whatever the fuck, castle, fortress, whatever, right? There's overgrowth everywhere. You know, you're practically outside. There's the ground is the stone is given way to the grass and the mud. Vines are creeping in through the cracks. You know, like wildlife has made its home in this den now, and you see the big bad evil guy of this dungeon, and she is sitting in this wooden throne in front of just the biggest fucking tree you've ever seen in your goddamn life, that breaks through the rooftops. And she stands up, she puts her hand on the fucking tree, and it becomes a staff, and you roll initiative. How fucking cool is that bullshit?
That is so badass!
Are you joking? And then the other just plants in there just come to life as she transforms this magnificent tree into a weapon to smite you.
I love her.
I love druids. I love druids so much. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, this would definitely be like a, I don't even know, like a CR10 fight. For sure. With all these ads, with the staff of the woodlands, you know, all this nonsense stuff. Just crazy town. So fucking cool. But yeah, I think it really, I mean, you could do a whole dungeon based off of Staff of the Woodlands. You know?
Yeah.
Like it could be like its own campaign. I think as per most rare magic items, like they're just so baddie, man. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just Staff of the Woodlands, because I'm looking at around some other rare and very rare magic items that really aren't as like cool in a plain way, but like just as like cinematic, I guess is the right word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got another rare staff of the Swarming Insects, which is pretty much the same-ish thing. It's got 10 charges. It regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges. At dawn, you use its last charge, roll a 1. It turns into a bunch of insects. You can cast with your charges Giant Insect or Insect Plague. You can also expend a charge to summon a cloud of insects. The insects remain for 10 minutes, making the area heavily obscured for creatures other than you. The swarm moves with you, remaining centered on you. A wind at least 10 miles per hour disperses the swarm and ends the effect. That's also like a rare item. Definitely on like the lower end of rare items. I can't believe the Staff of the Woodlands isn't like a legendary item.
Yeah.
To be honest. It's pretty banana town. Like, you give this to a player every single day before they go into a dungeon. They look around. DM, is there a tree? Yeah, you're in a forest. You see many trees. Okay. I expend 5 charges and cast Awaken. I send the fucking tree in first! Broken. So good. It's like caramel on paper. God damn it. No, but that'd be dope as hell. She has this giant ass tree and like, right? What better way to hide your identity than to like be known as this, you know, this dryad who wields this balls to the walls magical staff, but they can never find the staff.
Oh my god!
Because
it's just in plain sight. It's just in plain sight. Woo!
Like, are you joking? Oh my god! I'm gonna vomit everywhere. I'm so excited.
Vomit.
Yeah, just goddamn Banana Town, you know. So we make her a elf druid. We give her an innate spellcasting ability to cast these spells using her. I think if she's like a botanist, maybe like int. You know, intelligence is her spellcasting.
Yeah, 100%.
She'll have high wisdom, but her main stat would probably be intelligence. For her spellcasting mod, we'll kind of like homebrew around some spells to make those, you know, intelligence based. She's got her Fey Charm that, you know, she just has part of her charming personality. She just is able to kind of exert her just power over people.
I mean, look at her.
Look at her, man.
I mean, bro, look at her. Oh, I should probably do that in color.
Bruh. We'll give her a bunch of plant-based spells like Entangle, Spike Growth, Grasping Vine, Speak with Plants, Conjure Woodland Beings, Primal Savagery, Guardian of Nature. All these kinds of spells would work wonderfully for Shillelagh. Also, why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
You know, she has a Staff of the Woodlands. She's running around casting, you know, Wall of Thorns. I don't even know what that spell does.
Some nasty stuff.
Nasty. Wasty Will Wabbit. I'm gonna pull out the player's handbook again.
Nick's pulling out the handbook.
Wall of Thorns. Let me see. Give me your secrets. Wall of Thorns. What the hell are you? How come there's so many spells with W's? How come Chris Perkins? Come on, get on it. Wall of Thorns. It's a 6th level spell. It's a concentration spell up to 10 minutes. create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush. Bristling with needle-sharp thorns, the wall appears within range on a solid surface and lasts for the duration. You choose to make the wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, 5 feet thick, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter and is up to 20 feet high and 5 feet thick. The wall blocks line of sight. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 78 piercing damage, or half as much damage on a successful save. A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. And that's the real as written there. Albeit slowly and painfully. You can tell they were having fun with this one. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. So to move through, a 5 foot thick wall would cost 20 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dex saving throw. It takes 7d8 slashing damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. When you cast a spell using a 7th level or higher, it gets one more d8 of damage. Damn. Could you imagine? She grabs the staff and then just creates just a briar patch between you and her, while like her summons just go to town.
Rip you apart.
Just rip you to shreds while you're trying to, burn down this magical wall of thorns.
We haven't discussed. We haven't discussed her motivation. And I had an idea. Like, I love the idea of her reclaiming like an old castle that was like put over like a beautiful like patch of, I don't know, roses or something that she's like,
these flowers are my friends.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if you're gonna put fantasy poison ivy in the game, you're gonna also have to be using Batman. And I don't make the rules. But what if we put, like, think about it. Like, Bruce Wayne, the fucking guy, is like, hey guys, I need your help. I want to build a castle here. But there's something living in it. Like, ooh, can you guys go get it out for me? Or like other people just won't go in it. Would y'all go give me a hand? Of course the group's like, duh, of course. And so, they have to get health potions and they go to the shop,
Oh my god.
And lo and behold, who's there? Milady, and she's like, what are y'all up to? That's a lot of health potions y'all are buying. They're like, oh, we gotta go kick this, we gotta go check out this place. And she's like, oh, no way. Crazy. Good luck. Anyways.
Makes a quick buck off of some health potions and then
literally, and then goes and kills them.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Know what I mean?
It's just like this is the second like character out of Gotham we've made, and it makes me want to make a Gotham like campaign. Like Waterdeep is kind of like that, where it's like the scope takes place in a city. Just so cool, like that. Like Waterdeep would be a great setting for like a Batman Gotham-esque sort of campaign.
Right?
Like it's just so cool. Like you gotta stop Plant Lady from freaking wiping out half the castle ward because it used to be a forest, And,
oh my god, Nick, that's so fucking badass.
So fucking cool. So good.
Oh.
My favorite kinds of villains in anything, and I think Gotham DC does this really well, are like villains you can almost be like, yeah, but you know what I mean?
Like I get you,
but it's just so good. It's so good. It's like just because within a story and like you can use the villains as almost like a reflection of the protagonists, you know, where it's
And
like here's a
and that's on good narrative.
that is on good narrative, you know, like you got a tree hugger in the party, you throw an evil druid at them and they're like
But
we can save the forest, like you and me, like we can do it. Like it's completely within our grasp. Like we can save this planet if you would just kill everybody. You know, it's just like, but you know, that's like I think a really great bad guy is like a bad guy that the players don't want to kill.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
Just like, dude. You know?
100%, Nick.
So
I'm on
good.
board with what you're saying.
God.
I love D&D.
Dude. So goddamn good. I'm like, my side actually hurts.
Really?
Do you want to take a break?
Yeah. Are you dying? What's going on?
I think I got a little too excited there.
Yeah.
I could use some water. I'm sure the audience could use a quick 10 too.
Yeah.
Use the little man's room. Little lady's lair. It's like that alliteration. Like that. I just came up with that. That was
that was really good, Nick. That's really good. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back.
Back.
Let's see, at 33, whatever time zone you're at, we'll be back in 10 minutes. When the minute hand's at 33, go get some water. Go use the restroom. Get some snacks. Tell your plants you love them.
Yeah.
And we'll be back here with some more Poison Ivy NPC Lab. We'll probably come back and for the conclusion. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. I will see you in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
Hello. I'm glad the music cut out just for us to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't intentional.
I
That
dropped
just
an
happened.
M&M.
I had something I was gonna say. Oh, no. I was gonna explain
happening?
that thing we were talking about off camera, but I don't think it really. I don't really want to like explain
Explain what thing? What's happening?
the mother's bite.
Oh, the mother's bite. Well, yeah. So I. What did I do? Oh, you took a huge sip of water, and Nick goes, "Oh yes, a mother's bite." I was like, "What?"
Okay. Does this happen to anyone, or is this just a
Has
me
this happened
thing?
to you?
This can't just be a me thing. Like, I love my mother. That was a weird thing to say, but I had to preface.
It can't just be me. I love my mother.
Anyone else love their moms out there? What's up? Also, dads. Father's Day was this weekend. That's pretty bomb. It's pretty happening. This music is popping off. Yo, we're out here. We're talking about Father's Day. How's it going? That was my Rage Against the Machine impression.
Good. I did like it.
Turn it off. But I was like, oh, I'll take a little sip. I took like a big gulp of water. But like, if you're ever like, you go out, right? You're like a kid, whatever. Your mom takes you to get ice cream. It's fucking awesome. And she's like, oh, can I have a bite of your ice cream? And you're like, yeah, sure. You can have a bite of my ice cream. Well, yeah, you bought it. It's your ice cream, Mom. And she just takes the biggest bite of ice cream you've ever seen in your entire life. And it's like, whoa. I was not expecting that when you said bite. And I've come to learn that that's what my mom means when she asks for a bite. Am I crazy? Is that a thing that happens to other people?
Mean, I guess occasionally with my mom.
It's got to be a thing. That's
cool.
That's that tangent. So yeah, I did a bunch of breathing exercises. I kind of like zened a little bit. We're good now. That's a thing, says Dropcase OC. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you,
well,
my boys. Got my back.
I think they're a little biased.
No, maybe it's like an Orange County thing, or just Orange County gals got to get their bites.
A ska kid thing.
Or a ska kid thing. Woof. What
Only ska kids have mother's bites.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shit.
Anyway.
Poison ivy. Pretty cool, huh? What's the deal with poison ivy? I mean, come on. Is she a woman? Is she a plant? What's going on here?
I don't like this.
Yuck. It's the opening of my Netflix stand-up special called I'd Rather Be Watching Anything Else Right Now. Like that? That sounds like a Netflix special, doesn't it? Like some really like witty little like this isn't content. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, what is happening? Anyway.
This song is just too much. It's about to end, but I have to skip it. Oh, I can think again. God, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, Dropcase OC's got my back. Corvus X Crow says their mom just be like thank you and holds her hand out. Like, yeah, that's the way to be. I feel like if you have children, it's like, you know, it's just like, it just be like my face when Yeah, you like that one, Cassie?
I hate you.
Oh God.
You like my face when?
Oh God. God damn.
Nicholas.
Oh. Oh yeah, Dropcase OC says, when I have kids, I'm definitely stealing their food. Yeah. Yeah.
Cycle of abuse. Shame on you.
Absolutely. It's your food. This kid doesn't work. What are they at? What? It's your food. You know? Do you not agree, Cassie?
I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's cool, I guess.
Whatever.
Dude, I love the really cool conversations we have on this show.
I do love talking with my friend Nick.
Oh God.
This is content.
This is content. If anyone was wondering, the lab is doing great. We haven't had any debacles.
Nick's really just trying to make himself sound good for when.
Hey,
I
you know what?
bring this back up.
It's true. It's running like a dream. Except for that one Kermit we had to throw out last week. Everything is going pretty solid.
I don't know if y'all remember from last time, but the Kermit that I will just say that Nick made.
No, okay, no.
Really did turn out horrifying.
We both signed off on the compounds for the Kermits. All right, you had just as much a part in it as any. We did go back and inspect the chemicals and reevaluate. There were little things, just minor things that were off, but the rest of the batch was fine. It was just that one, you know. So we shipped them out. If anybody has any existential Kermits, we do have a no returns policy. You know, it just kind of go with it. It's kind of fun, you know. It's kind of like, whoa, it's like a brooding frog, kind of like a you know, a frog with a real backstory, a real you know, chutzpah. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, Cassie.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Listen, they're getting their money's worth and more with that batch. That batch is like it's like the is it Wild Mount or Wildamount?
Wild Mount.
It's like the Wild Mount pre-order with all the little.
But it's not. But it's not that you're talking about.
It is. It's you know it's the fun like collector's edition kind of screw ups, right? It's like we got the first batch. You know, our Kermit had a girlfriend who died from a drug overdose. You know, that's like cool. It's like edgy. It's like all the really cool things you really look forward to when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, well.
So Poison Ivy is our...
Yeah.
I feel like we do a lot of... I feel...
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want to say?
Druids as a class, I feel like, are the most honed, if that's the right word, like the most direct. It's the class where like you really know what you're getting with it. I think the most, like the most defined. I feel like as like a class as a whole, because other classes are like, and I'm not saying this as like they don't have variety, because I talked about earlier, they have a wild tool set. I think that might have been a pun, but they really do have a great tool set. But I feel like with other classes, they're just not as defined, if that makes sense. Whereas there's not as much of a clear-cut sort of class definition. Especially with spellcasters, like sorcerers, wizards, warlocks. Their spells are a lot of the time kind of like overlappy, and then sometimes you see like, oh, how come a sorcerer doesn't have like this spell available to them? Like that seems kind of strange. Clerics and paladins, like as far as spellcast list goes, I think like paladins also have like a really defined spell list, only because half of it is smites,
Right.
But like as like a gimmick, like I think druids are the most noticeable as like a silhouette, you know what I mean? Like you can point and go like that's a druid. But as far as like fighter, paladin, ranger, even some rogue, it's like, like it
could be anything.
Yeah, like someone's holding a bow, like that could be so many different classes. But like someone, casts a spell that involves a plant, that's a druid.
Yeah.
And I guess like other classes have those, whereas like rogues have their what's it called? Their extra die for damage. Warriors have their second wind and what's that other one that gives them extra actions? I forget what it's called.
Action surge.
Action surge. Paladins have their smites. But I feel like as a whole rounded class, like druids maintain that sense of uniqueness and definition, even with all of their tools. It's just so unique, I think, as a class. Like I think wild shape would be for the druid what like the smite does for the paladin or whatever.
Right.
But like druids are so much more than that. And, you can make an argument like, well, paladins are so much more than that, too. They get all those kind of, like, team buffs that they have. Those auras that they get. It's like, yeah. But also...
But also, can you turn into a bear?
Yeah, but also, like, how genuinely defined, because also bards, as a class. I don't know. It just feels like druids, I think, in the player's handbook got the most care out of the other classes. I think sorcerers got a real bad deal.
Really?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is that?
Because I would love to play a sorcerer. But the fact that you just like... You're a spellcaster, right? That's what you do. You cast spells. Bards are the same way, where they don't prepare spells, they just learn spells from their spell list. But they can do a bunch of different things in combat. Like you could not cast a spell as a bard and still be doing like quote unquote like what you're supposed to be doing as a bard. Like you can really be fleshing out your class in combat without really feeling like you're stuck with spells and like not having enough spells. But for sorcerers, like you get spells that you learn. So let's say you're like a 5th level sorcerer, you have like 7, well, you probably have like 7 spells or so that you learned. But like that's it. That's all you do is those 7 spells, You can like twin them, you can do things to them, meta magic it, but it really does feel like you're just kind of stuck with those spells.
Okay.
It feels like a rut.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like I'd love to play a sorcerer, but just the fact that their spell list is so small, and they really can't do much else other than what their like spell list is like I feel like a big ball drop. Like if you're gonna, what the fuck is this song? It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was
Is
a
that what
lot,
that was?
especially for like a rant about sorcerers. It felt really like edgy and like hardcore. But I don't know. Does anyone else have any opinions on sorcerers? Because I
loved playing my sorcerer.
Really?
I loved it, dude. It was baller. Yeah.
There you go.
I just love the
If it's fun,
aesthetic.
it's fun.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, same. Like a charisma caster. You know? But I feel like even if you compare like sorcerers to warlocks, for example, like the Eldritch Feats gimmick with warlocks just makes it so much more of like a fleshed out build, I feel like, than sorcerers, you know? Like I just feel like as a class there's not a lot of like stuff to do as a sorcerer, whereas with other classes, I guess like fighter is kind of the same way, where you don't really get a lot of those like real build things from your class, but you also get a lot more ASIs. So
Right.
so like the shortcomings of the class can be sort of like buffered by like feats and stuff you can pick up. You know, at 4th level, at 6th level, at 8th level, at 10th level, at 12th, you know, it's like almost every 2 levels. Really bananas. But I don't know.
Lately.
That's my little rant on sorcerers, I guess.
She's on her way.
Dude, she's looking good.
Thank you. I love her.
I would definitely like get killed by a giant tree by this girl, and I'd be like, yeah, awesome.
It's what I deserve.
I get what I get, man. That's just how it be in this doggy dog world, you know.
Doggy dog world.
Doggy dog.
All
It's a
right.
world full of bow wows and woofers.
No.
That's just how it be out here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's just how it's gotta be.
I'm trying to think if I want her eyes a different color. You know, like those green eyes look better. I think it helps with the
I don't know. I think you would know better than I would.
I do like that. Okay, now I have to do the you know.
Yeah, man. Do you like that? Do you ever do that?
What?
I do it all the time, where like someone says something to me and I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Like barely even heard that they're speaking. I don't even know what language they're speaking. Like I have no idea what they just said. I'm just like, yeah, man.
That before, but now looking back on every interaction I've ever seen you have with like Jonathan or something, and you've gone, haha, yeah, man. I now know that you had no idea what they said.
Yeah.
Which I do like, and that is funny.
Yeah, I think I'm like, I don't know, man. My hearing maybe ain't too good.
How that is.
You know how that is. You know how that be. You know how that do. Oh. I would so love to do like a Batman sort of campaign like we were talking about earlier in Waterdeep. You know,
That would be so fucking
there's these
cool.
real wacky zany villains coming out, like destroying Waterdeep for whatever it's done, and just just doing it up. You know, you meet Poison Ivy, and she's like, "The trees, man." I'm like, "Ha, saw, dude."
She goes, "Shoddy,"
And then I use Divine Smite
and fucking kill her.
and I get a natural 20, and I pull a 4th level Divine Smite, because why the hell not? But yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if it's that Batman villains are timeless, or that the inspirations for Batman villains are timeless, because they're just awesome.
Yeah.
They're just so cool, and like, you can totally just take sort of like, you know, maybe you don't want like Poison Ivy in your game, but like just the idea of like Seductive Druid is such a great, not only is it a great like NPC like design to just jump off of, but like as a player, you could totally just, you know, that could be your build.
I want to play this fucking character.
It would just work out so well. I'm gonna look at some Xanathar's Druid subclasses, because I know Circle of the Land, Circle of the Moon in the Player's Handbook, both great. Maybe leave a little bit for wanting, but they're just solid subclasses. You want to be a spellcaster, or you want to be a fucking bear in combat, you know. So in Xanathar's you have, I think it's just 2. You have Circle of the Dreams and Circle of the Shepherd. So we talked a lot about Circle of the Shepherd, where it's like you talk to animals. It's fucking dope. Drive your DM crazy.
Yeah.
Circle of Dreams is like a super. It's almost like the Warlock subclass they put in here, where it's like you get that pool of D6s, and as a bonus action you can expend however many you want and just do a stupid heal as a bonus action. That's what they get at 2nd level. At 6th level, it's a very interesting subclass here, Circle of the Dreams, because you could definitely like kind of do a more enchantment magic sort of based druid. I know the druid I play is very like support heavy, because pretty much the only spell I cast in combat is Conjure Animals, because God, why not? There's a lot of really fun support that druids have in their arsenal, as well as a lot of devastating offense. But at 6th level, Circle of the Dreams, you get, at 6th level, home can be wherever you are. During a short or long rest, you can invoke the shadowy power of the Gloaming Court, which is like the, I guess like the druid, I don't know. Yeah, the druid community that you're a part of, I guess, to help guard your respite. At the start of the rest, you touch a point in space, and an invisible 30-foot radius sphere of magic appears centered on that point. Total cover blocks the sphere. While within the sphere, you and your allies gain a +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks, and any light from open flames in the sphere isn't visible outside it. The sphere vanishes at the end of the rest, or when you leave the sphere.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet, especially if you're like, you know, in a dungeon, you gotta take a short rest, you're not sure if there's a safe place to do it. Make one at 6th level.
Exactly.
And then they have Hidden Paths, Walker in Dreams, 14th level. Let's look at Circle of the Land here. Let's see what kind of like spells we can rip out. You know, let's see if any of them really might lend themselves to that sort of seductive druid kind of energy we're looking for. Fighter, no, wrong way. Bard, blah, blah, blah. Cleric, I don't care.
Oh.
Oh. Spells. Okay. Circle of the Land. These land things give you extra spells at 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th level. There's a bunch of different lands you can choose from as your like home biome, such as the Arctic, the coast.
Yeah, that's what
deserts.
Gilly is. She's a circle of the land. Druid.
Yeah, were you gonna say what kind of land she was?
Oh, coastal.
Coastal is
Don't know why
awesome.
Yeah,
I
do
was
like
looking at
coastal.
it. You get some pretty bomb spells there. Mirror Image, Misty Step at 3rd level, Water Breathing, Water Walk, Control Water, Freedom of Movement, Conjure Elemental, and Scrying. Those are just learned spells,
Yeah.
which is great. We love more spells for our spellcasters. There's like Forest, which would probably be great for Poison Ivy, or for a build kind of like this for a player character. Grassland, Swamp. Probably Swamp, actually. You get a lot of really cool poison spells here. At 3rd level, you get Darkness and Melf's Acid Arrow. Neither of those are Druid spells. So that's really a real big bang for your buck there. Especially when you just pop to 3rd level. Now you have Melf's Acid Arrow. Really fun, great poison damage there for your poison gal. At 9th level, you get Insect Plague. At 5th level, you get Stinking Cloud. Those are pretty much like the hot dog spells there. At 9th level, you also get Scrying. That's like a fun little sort of fey kind of spin accent, I guess, on your druid, on your poison gal. Stuff like that, man. Pretty stellar. But of course, you're also gonna have spells like Primal Savagery is a great what's it called? Level 0 spells. What are they called again?
Cantrips.
Cantrips. Jesus Christ, I'm like dead braining out here. Yeah, like Primal Savagery does acid damage, super fun. Scale's great. You know, you get Grasping Vine at 4th level. You got Entangle, Spike Growth, Talk to Plants, Plant Growth. You know, a lot of fun abilities and sort of ways to really define your grass gal, amongst other things. You also get a bonus cantrip at 2nd level. I didn't know that. Natural Recovery. Wait, hold up. During a short rest, you choose expended spell slots to recover. What? I did not know Circle of the Land got a like spell slot recovery at short rests, like wizards do. Wow. Wow. I mean, damn. I feel like as a player character, you're playing Poison Ivy as like a, you know, she's not really doing the fighting. It's her plants. They're fighting for her. That's great, man. For example, when you are a 4th level druid, you can recover up to 2 levels worth of spell slots. You can cover either a 2nd level slot or 2 1st level slots. You choose Circle of the Swamp. You're really gonna feel that from Elf's Acid Arrow if you just love throwing that out. You know, at 4th level or whatever, by 3rd level you have 4 1st level spell slots. You get one of those 1st level spell slots back on a short rest. You basically like always have the ability to cast at least one Melf's Acid Arrow. That's awesome.
Girl.
Dang, that's sick. And you get a bonus cantrip? Bruh.
Bruh.
I should have been Circle of the Land. I'm tripping out here. Dang, yeah. So you get your circle spells at 6th level. You get Land Stride. You aren't. You don't it doesn't take extra movement to move through difficult terrain of a non-magical nature, it looks like here. In addition, you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement. Awesome, dude. That's fucking dope. You mean my plant lady doesn't get inhibited by plants?
Who would have thought?
Dude, it's sick. I love that kind of stuff where it's like, it makes sense in the fiction, and then it's written there, so it's just like, it's like set in stone. It's like, it's not even an arguable point at this point. Like, it just happens, you know? Like, I get advantage on saving throws against plants because plants.
Right.
You know, Nature's Ward at 10th level. You can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fae, and you are immune to poison and disease. Another great addition to this build for a player character. I think yeah, Circle of the Land Swamp is like the way to go if you're gonna kind of be playing this sort of like, I mean, it doesn't really have to be like a Seductor Druid, but like for a Poison Ivy sort of styled build, I think that's gotta be the way to go. It's just so sweet, man. You get all that good stuff, especially like that stuff we were talking about that's like iconic, like that would be like no brainer for a Poison Ivy.
Right.
It's all there. At 14th level, you get something called Nature's Sanctuary. When you reach 14th level, creatures of the natural world sense your connection to nature and become hesitant to attack you. I did not know this. I'm learning about the Circle of the Land here. When a beast or plant creature attacks you, that creature must make a wisdom saving throw against your druid spell save DC, and on a failed save, the creature must choose a different target, or the attack automatically misses. On a successful save, the creature is immune to the effect for 24 hours. The creature is aware of this effect before it makes its attack against you. So you just strike fear and awe, and your just prowess against other beasts and plants, man. That's dope. Yeah, I think as a player character build, that's just amazing. Dude, that's One Big Egg says, it looks so good, ooh ooh.
I think she's done.
Bruh. Wow.
My sweet Poison Ivy. Let me do some
go.
cleaning up real quick. Do some line cleaning. But yeah, dude. She's a badass.
She's a badass. Throw Poison Ivy in your game.
Please.
Give her a big tree that turns into a staff.
Do it.
You know, let the players just get beaten to death by her legion of trees and other plants that just want the players to return to the soil. Well, as all things should be.
As all things, yeah. She does have a point.
She has a point, though. I do kind of want to be in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
She do be in the dirt, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, for sure. No.
Oh, you mean me? Yeah, no, yeah, I can, yeah, no, totally, yeah, no, I can.
No, I got you.
No, yeah, I can. No, it's cool. It's totally, it's fine. No, you're good. No, you're cool. Yeah, I'm gonna. Just real good. Dude, I love the, like, freaking wood you give her.
Thank you. Queen.
Bruv.
Wait, she's not queen yet. Hold on.
Yeah.
She's not queen yet. Hold on.
Not yet.
Now she's queen.
Yeah.
Epic.
Check her out. Boom.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Dang, another character in the bag.
I'm not gonna have any space to write.
NPC Lab. She deserves the whole page.
Episode 5. And I could move that down a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna put Poison Poison? Is that how you spell poison?
It is. It's how you spell it.
Okay, thank God.
You got it. You got it.
Poison ivy.
Boom.
There she is, guys.
There it is, guys. Poison ivy in Dungeons and Dragons. You just scoop up a little elf, scoop up a little druid, and a whole wappa druid, and staff of the woodlands, and you've got yourself, holy crap, a campaign's worth of material to work from.
Literally. You could
like a campaign that would be so much more interesting than Lost Mines of Phandelver, at least. Like, oh my god, could you imagine? You're going through this forest, or you're going through this like ruined city to capture this like crazy druid, only to find out that like she's absolutely sane and like kind of makes a little bit of sense, you know? And who are you really gonna help, you know? Like the beautiful druid in the woods, or like the you know, noble whatever that hired you to get rid of her, you know? Come on. No brainer. No brainer, man. It's easy money for you and your party, you know? Have a gas while you return the world to its former glory, to the plants. You know, because we're the disease, man.
We're the disease.
You just don't get it yet. You just don't understand.
You don't.
What I'm trying to tell you.
You just don't get it. You just don't get it. But she'll help you understand.
Yeah, she'll help out. She'll do what she can.
Wow, I do love her so much.
That was amazing.
I do
that
love
was
her
so much fun. Damn. That was great. I think that's an episode, huh?
I think that's a wrap, huh?
I think that's a wrap.
Woo!
Wowie zowie. We
zowie,
freaking did it.
We did it.
Woo! Thank you guys for joining us here on another episode of NPC Lab. We'll be back next Monday for some more NPC goodness. Let's see what's on the schedule here. If I can fucking find it. Let's see, poison. I'm gonna throw up.
Who do we have?
I can't fucking believe this.
Who do we have?
I don't know. Next week we've been tasked with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh my god, why did we think that was a good idea?
Oh, woo!
Oh.
Holy cannoli, Batman. Paul Blart Mall Cop next Monday. We'll be checking out all the intricacies of a mall cop and what they have to offer for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, with some fantastic art, I'm sure, by our wonderful Cassie.
Fuck.
So look forward to that, guys. Thanks for hanging out and checking us out. If it pleases your fancy, you can hit follow,
subscribe.
Oh yeah, we have a sub button, guys. Holy crap. We hit affiliate like this weekend.
We did.
So we're going to be we're looking at kind of revamping a lot of stuff on our channel, and we'll probably be getting some emotes and things to entice y'all pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. We have a link to our Twitter and our Discord down there in the About Us.
Yeah, it's down
of our Twitch, so you can go check that out. Stay connected. All these videos, all of our NPC Lab, as well as that Lost Mines Phandelver campaign that we did, and also our Divinity playthrough. All those videos are going to be on YouTube We have a link to our YouTube there as well. If you want to check that out, feel free to do so. We'll be back on Wednesday. We're not totally sure on a time yet for Wednesday, but
we'll tell you.
We'll be posting in our Discord, on our Twitter. So if you want to go jump over there, do so, please. We'll be back with Divinity on Wednesday, and then Paul Blart on Monday. Oh, wow. We're really hurting here at the lab. Had to take some jobs maybe we're not too proud of, but Paul Blart is gonna happen next Monday. So check it out. I don't have anything else to say. Just thanks, guys. This was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging.
Thanks for hanging.
Love y'all. Love you so much.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Oh, careful though. Don't do that to Poison Ivy. She'll fucking poison you and you'll die. A really hideous death.
Unless.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Later, gamers. Bah.